Major Diddy case update. His ex-girlfriend Cassie is coming forward and will testify. Plus, major updates. We got to talk about this one, but before we get into it, hello! My name is Sebastian and I spill pop culture tea videos every single day. So girl, if you're looking for a new messy best friend who spills pop culture tea from his closet, let a bitch know and subscribe! Happy Monday, best friend! I am so grateful to start the week off with you all, and I have to say, best friend, it is a mess. What's coming in May 5th when Diddy's case starts is a damn mess, girl, and we need to be prepared for it, okay? But before I did go on my tea, I did just wanted to say that I wanted to start today, and I started all my videos like this with a little body positive message to you all. Embrace who you are. I'm wearing this. I am embracing my jiggles, and I am finally kind of cutting that bullying that I've received my whole life for my body, from others, and from myself. And I wanted to start this day encouraging you to also embrace yourself, every inch of you, and don't let anyone dim your mother effing light, okay? Listen, you are beautiful. If you are not where you are, be grateful that you are where you are, until you get to where you want to be. You know what I mean? Okay, good. Just embrace your ass, okay, bitch? Listen, so we got to talk because there's major updates regarding Diddy's ex, Cassie, some victims, and then we got to talk about how we're going to handle the coverage on Diddy's case. So let's just jump into it. Says here that Sean Diddy Combs' ex, Cassie Ventura, will testify under her real name at SEX traffic trial, okay? Prosecutors want several alleged victims to, I have to say alleged, but you know, victims to remain anonymous when the sweeping SEX abuse case against Combs goes to trial. But they say Cassie will testify under her own name. Sean's ex-girlfriend will testify against him under her real name. According to new filings, Ventura, whose civil RAPE lawsuit triggered the rapper's downfall, will not use the victim one name when she takes the stand at his May trial, and will instead testify under her own name. I'll tell you why that's important in a second. Federal prosecutors told a judge in filings on Friday, April 4th, that 3 alleged victims of Combs should remain anonymous in court filings and at trial. Prosecutors wrote, quote, "This case has already received an exceptional amount of media coverage, which will presumably only increase as trial proceeds." The government lawyer wrote, "Permitting these measures will prevent unnecessary public disclosure of the victims' identities and the harassment from the media and others, undue embarrassment, and other adverse consequences." Combs, also known as Puff Daddy and P. Diddy, was once one of the most powerful men in the music industry, but in November 2023, Cassie filed a civil lawsuit claiming he had repeatedly physically abused her over the course of their decade-long relationship, including one instance of RAPE. That case quickly ended with a settlement, but it sparked a cascade of allegations that has not yet stopped. In September, Combs was indicted on charges that he misused the employees' resources and influence of his business empire to fulfill his sexual desires. The case centers on elaborate freak-off parties in which Combs and others would allegedly ply victims with drugs and then coerce them into having sex, as well as an alleged acts of violence to keep victims silent. The trial starts on May 5th, okay? Now, I, first of all, have to say, the reason I told you to keep that in mind, that she's using her real name, is because a lot of these alleged victims are going to be remaining anonymous, okay? They're going to be remaining anonymous, like I read. And a lot of people have a lot of mixed feelings about that. So I just wanted to talk to you guys quickly about this. You know, in my heart of heart, of course I have to say alleged victims, but in my heart and heart, in my opinion, I feel like he is a monster. I feel like what he has done, allegedly done, is disgusting, and I don't believe that he is going to get out of this. He says he is he's very positive on everything that's coming and that everything that will happen, and that he's very sure that he's going to get out of this. Listen, the only person who has spoke publicly in favor of him is Kanye West. If that is the only one you have on your side, honey, it says a lot about you, okay? Period. Now, a lot of people are upset that these alleged victims want to remain anonymous. Listen, if you've ever, and God forbid you haven't, but if you've ever gone through SA or physical violence or anything that left some trauma in your heart and in your soul, do you really think that you want to relive it for the rest of your life? Do you really think that when people Google your name, that's all that is going to come up, is that you were an alleged victim? You deserve to move on. You deserve to have a life of your own. Your trauma does not define you. Your trauma does not measure who you are, right? Of course, it lives within us, our traumas. Of course, it is something that changes us, that is going to, it really does set you in a path of just a lot of sadness and a lot of anger and a lot of just triggers, and hopefully you do go to get you go to professional help, and you go to a psychiatrist or just therapy to help you heal, because these monsters that did what they did to you do not deserve to have your peace being ruined for the rest of your life. You deserve to have peace. You deserve to move on. You deserve to learn how to live with it. You may never forget it, but you can learn how to live with it, and you can allow happy moments to come into your life. And you should not be measured or identified by your trauma. That should not be ever allowed. So please give yourself grace to heal, okay? Now listen, this case has brought up a lot of feelings of people going through, their memories are getting triggered because they've also been SA'd or whatever the case is, right? I want to let you guys know, I've been dealing with the Diddy case with as much respect as possible, using code words, just trying not to, of course, trigger anybody. But I did want to say this, that it's going to be very heavy. The Diddy trial is going to be incredibly heavy. Everyone is going to be talking about it. It's going to be displayed in every single news outlet. It's going to be everywhere. So the way that I'm going to do it, and I want you guys to please always remember this, is that I'm going to do it with the utmost respect. I'm going to be doing it with doing as much protection as possible for you. I'm going to be trying to spill the tea as, real, or not tea. I don't even like to call this tea, but I'm going to be giving you guys all the updates, how they are. But I'm going to try and just kind of do it in the most respectful way possible. But it is very important for this to come out, because there are people who are being abused and SA'd every single minute of every single day. And they deserve to see that victims get justice, and that you are allowed to move on with your life. And that does not define you, okay? So what do we think about all this? Let me know in the comments below. It's going to be a very bumpy ride starting May 5th. I've heard that Diddy's going to be bringing down half of Hollywood with him, so stay put for that. Let me know what you all think in the comments. I love you so much. Remember to embrace yourself, embrace who you are, love yourself, every bit of you, and just know I love you, I'm grateful for you, and I know this week is going to be very blessed. And if you have gone through something, please remember you are worthy of moving on, or learning to live with it with some kind of peace in your life. You are worthy of having a good life. Your trauma does not define you, so let it be there. Whatever monster did what they did to you, don't give them the satisfaction of your peace. Own your peace. It may take a very long time, but you'll get there eventually. As long as you give yourself the hope of doing it, you're already on your way. Love you all so much. Bididi, babidi, boom. Oh, it didn't work, girl. Bididi, babidi,